I just caught up with somebody who I know a lot of people are going to be interested to hear from, Charles Barkley. Take a listen to my interview I just got out of with Sir Charles. Here now with a man who needs no introduction. Tallahassee, Sir Charles. Charles Barkley.
How's my national championship trophy doing down there?
What national championship trophy? The one the Seminoles won? We're going to start walking the red carpet. I'm going to, you said I'm Ryan Seacrest, so fine, I'll be Ryan Seacrest. And I want you to feel like you're at the Oscars and the Emmys tonight, because this is the entourage I'm bringing with me into prom. Speaking of the Heat, they weren't even lukewarm the first half of the season, going 11-30. But then something changed. Former Knoll, Okoro White, joined the roster, and since then, this team has gone 19-3, and all of a sudden are in playoff contention. For myself and Coach Sue, that's it for sports. We'll send it back to the studio.
I want you to do that some more.
Yeah, right?
But we got a lot of people that reached out to you.
Right. You right.
And
sir.
got a special video here from a baseball player I think you know. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
What's up, BJ? This man. Rickers High alum.
Yesterday, my guest was in our nation's capital with the commander-in-chief. Today, he's in our state capital with me here at WCTV. David Ross, World Series champion with the Chicago Cubs. David, welcome home. How you doing? Who's going to win tonight's game? Make your pick, Frazier. Will it be K-Roll? Will it be Thomas County 6? He went right to the syrup makers. And finally, did you know the Orange Bowl official mascot is Obi? Oh, by the way, I can never fulfill my lifelong dream to be Obi, because if you're taller than 5 feet 9.5 inches, you can't wear the costume. It won't fit. All right, thanks a lot, Obi.
As usual, I'm going to look good and you're going to look bad. Well, that's all the time. That's natural. But we're going to have a good time. You're going to enjoy the show. Hopefully your family not here to watch you play. You know, you were my favorite Globetrotter, and you also were my wife's favorite Globetrotter. Well, good thing Michigan State's not in the game. It's Michigan. But okay, we'll have a lot more of the game as far as the preview goes with the Wolverines and the Seminoles later on tonight in sports. Ben, I'm going to grab a rod and do some fishing. Good evening, sports fans. I'm Asher Wildman. From Titletown to Lombardi land, the first few chapters of Malcolm Mitchell's football career have been special. In his rookie year in New England, he helped the Patriots win the Super Bowl. But now, the wideout from Valdosta is hoping you support the chapters of his life that take place off the field. Before reaching the age of 25, Valdosta's Malcolm Mitchell has accomplished more than many can even dream of. After a successful career at UGA, the former Wildcat was drafted last year by the New England Patriots. Yep. This year's Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. But off the field, Mitchell thrives to see success in the classroom by a younger generation.
Well, it's important to reach the kids before they get to a certain age and they get set in the way they are, because then it's a lot more difficult. But if you get a kid when he's young, you send them that message that reading is important. It's something that they can carry on and help them grow as they get older.
The Valdosta High and UGA alum has created a reading program for elementary students called Reading with Malcolm. In 2016, Mitchell and his organization gave out 18,000 copies of his book, The Magician's Hat, which is directed at kids to help them decide what they want to be when they grow up.
The idea for Read with Malcolm and Share the Magic started from my experience in college, learning that, in order to be the best person I could be, I had to read. And going through that and realizing how important it was for me to grow as an individual, it's a message that I wanted to share with all the kids.
And despite growing up playing football in Titletown and hoisting the Lombardi Trophy, his mother, Tina Woods, says her proudest moments are seeing what he does off the field.
Putting the books in the hands of so many kids, because that is the part that will be everlasting in these kids' life. He's motivating them not just on the field, but even off the field to be better. And I love that more than anything.
When asked what's a tougher book to write between an NFL playbook and a children's book, believe it or not, the Super Bowl champ said this one.
Oh, making the kids book, for sure. I played football all my life.
This March, Malcolm will do a one-week tour over the Boston area, handing out another 10,000 books. And in April, will come back to his home state of Georgia for a one-week tour as well. 350 schools across the country have requested the Reading with Malcolm program, and the wideout says his goal is to have his book in the hands of every first grader in the Peach State. At 23, Malcolm's career in the NFL is still a learning process. His true passion off the field is hoping children feel that way about learning, and that's an achievement worth celebrating. I also want to share this about Malcolm. I met a mother named Kate Parker at the Reading with Malcolm luncheon when I attended that on Friday. She said her daughter, Kat, has had a tough time making friends in high school. Well, Kat sent a letter to Malcolm asking him if he could have lunch with her at school to help meet people, and our local legend did it and put smiles all the way around the cafeteria table. That is a special person we can be proud of from right here in our area in Valdosta. So to Malcolm Mitchell and to everybody, if you get the chance, it's called The Magician's Hat. Good evening, everybody. I'm Asher Wildman inside the Tucker Center, where tonight the biggest game in college basketball across all the land is right here in Tallahassee. The 9th-ranked Florida State Seminoles take on the 7th-ranked Duke Blue Devils. Tip-off time for this one set for 8 o'clock. Doors at the Civic Center getting ready to open. They're going to be officially open up at 6:30. The last time this arena was sold out for a men's basketball game was back in 2013 when FSU faced the Dukies at 15-1 on the year and 3-0 in conference play. I don't need to tell you how excited the Seminoles are for tonight's big challenge.
Duke is a very good team. They get out in transition. They're a really good team, but we just come out and just take a play-by-play and just play the whole 40 minutes and just do what we can do. I've heard that the game is sold out already, so there's going to be a lot of people there, and we just got to stick together for the whole 40 minutes.
Now here is a look at the matchup as far as numbers go. FSU is just one of 2 teams in the ACC undefeated in conference play. Notre Dame is the other. Also, both teams average over 85 points a game on offense, so this game should have plenty of fireworks. Tonight at 11, we will have all the highlights and post-game for you. And also in action tonight, a battle for first in the MEAC. FAMU hosts Morgan State at the Lawson Center. Both teams enter that one 2-0 in MEAC play. I will have the highlights and post-game of that one for you as well. Now, last night, the Clemson Tigers topped Alabama in the national championship game. It capped off what was a great year for the ACC. However, the AP voters, they didn't really feel the same. Despite an Orange Bowl win over Michigan and Clemson destroying Ohio State in the college football playoff, FSU finished in 8th place in the final AP poll that was released today. Clemson, of course, was number 1. Here's a look at the final AP top 25 as a whole. After Clemson and Bama, USC is followed by Washington, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Penn State, the Noles, Wisconsin, and Michigan. 3 other teams from the ACC made the final poll. Virginia Tech was 16, Miami 20th, and DeVille was 21. And sports fans, take a look at this. According to Bovada in Las Vegas, here's the odds on who they think will win it all next year. Alabama is the favorite right now, 4-1. FSU is second at 7-1. Georgia, 30-1. Gators, 40-1. And my alma mater, baby, 1,000-1 for UCF. Hey, better than 1,000,000-1, I suppose. I'll be sure to place my $1 bet. And today, FSU left offensive tackle Roderick Johnson declared for the NFL draft. Big Rod started 31 games for the Seminoles and is a 2-time Jacobs Blocking Trophy winner as the ACC's top offensive lineman. Several NFL mock drafts have Johnson being selected in the first round. Now, everybody at home, I want to show you just how big this game is, not just for college, but the NBA as well. 19 NBA scouts are here for tonight's big game between the Blue Devils and Noles. Just take a look at some of the teams that are here. Toronto Raptors, the Bulls, Utah Jazz, the Knickerbockers, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Detroit Pistons, the Indiana Pacers, the Denver Nuggets, and this is just the table that's closest to me. So we got a lot of NBA talent here in the building. We got the scouts here to watch it. We're going to have all the highlights and postgame for you to see if the Noles can pull off the upset over the Dukies. Reporting inside the Civic Center, I'm Asher Wildman. See you tonight at 11.